It's really deadline driven. It's a lot of pressure. Time is money. Hey guys, welcome back to Authentically Real with your girl Nomatam Sangmapundisi, aka Noms. Welcome back to the returning subscribers. Hi to the new subscribers. And hi to those of you who have not subscribed. I do not know why you have not subscribed. Please don't forget to like, comment, share my video and subscribe. And please don't forget to follow me on my social media platforms at Noms on Instagram and at Noma_TT on Twitter. So you guys saw the title of the video today. So guys, I am in a new career journey. I just started this year my articles. And it's not my first time working, but it's my first time in corporate. I mean, in my first time in audit. So it feels like a whole different new ball game. It is different. Hoping that some of you can relate. Some of you can, if you know you've passed that stage or you're currently in that stage as well. Maybe if you have any words of advice or any kind words to share. This is like a vent in a way. I'm just going to be venting. And the reason why I wanted to be in audit is because I felt like it's something I could enjoy. It's something I've never tried. So for example, with like going to a top company, I felt like I was going to be more internal, right? And also from the different like programs that I looked at, the different rotations in those programs. In regards to those top programs, they were very internal based. So you're more on the floor. You're more executing in terms of like preparing financial statements. Auditors come to you and ask you what you've done basically. And I felt like I've already been in a space when I was interning in my undergrad where I was preparing financial statements, preparing management accounts, submitting VAT returns, or let me say doing the VAT returns for like certain clients, for small clients. And I just felt like I wasn't really enjoying it. It felt tedious, it felt boring. So I knew that top, in terms of, I mean, there's different types of, industries in top, but I knew more so the top retail companies, I knew that wouldn't work for me. I just knew for a fact that it was a no-go for me. So audit has always just been on my mind, even last year in CTA. Even though, guys, I know I do these videos, I'll be telling you guys about MTN salaries and, but I think for me, I've just been like, what do you want? I'm more of a, let's look forward. Like, yes, the money sounds good, but where are you trying to go? More forward looking than money. That's just me. Anyway, so life happened. I ended up going to this audit firm, and guys, let's get into how it went, how it started for me. So I got there, and they threw me into like the deep end immediately. Not that it was scary, but it was exciting. So literally, you're supposed to have like 3 days of induction, of training. But because we were waiting, there were other first years that were still coming, that were only going to start after like maybe I think they were going to start the next week. So I immediately started like with the client and, understanding the business entity. I mean, for the first time, it was a bit scary. It's like, oh my word, like 4 sections that I've never done before. I don't even understand where to go. So that was like quite scary in that sense. Like your mind plays games with you where it's like, oh my word, like girl, like you're gonna like not do well in this. I felt like I wasn't gonna do well in this. And I guess if I should call that like a bit of imposter syndrome, like feeling like I don't belong in that certain place. And I literally had to tell myself like, your work. Like, your work. This is audit. You've been doing auditing for years. Your work. So like, I think maybe for anyone starting, I feel like people have already started, but maybe people that are going to start, like, please, like guys, like remember, like, your work. Like, this is not new to you. Yes, it's a new work environment. Yes, you're actually taking, it's a real company you're holding in your hands and you're caring for. And but really you're just taking what you learned in school and applying it to an actual entity. I think for me, like, even in those moments, like feeling like, oh my word, like I actually don't belong here, or like fear crippling into my mind and feeling like, girl, like, I mean, because they rate you after each audit, right? Your manager or the auditor in charge rates you after each audit. So I always feel like girl, like, are you doing enough? And I'm really like slow. I take time to grasp concepts, but I also kept saying to myself, like, it's your first audit, like, what do you mean you don't know? You're still trying to understand what's going on, see what they want from you. You're trying to perfect it, if that makes sense. I think one thing, like, the one of the trainees said to me, one of the third-year trainees actually like really enjoyed doing the audit with her, is she kept saying to me is she wants me to leave this firm knowing exactly what I'm doing. She didn't want to do the whole thing of refer to the previous working paper. So I think for me, dealing with imposter syndrome, feeling like I don't know my work, feeling like I'm gonna get a low rating, and it does happen that you do get a low rating, but it's like, okay, how can I fix this? What can I do better? I sometimes like even take time out of the audit to try and understand the entity. Also, I think one thing that's been happening to me and that's been making me feel a bit low in my confidence is when, for example, the partner, like, will maybe have like a planning meeting, right? Or trying to understand the business entity. We actually do it together as a group. And he'll explain, this is what the entity does, this is what, you know, that type of stuff. And then he'll maybe be like, no matter what risks or what controls, or I'm just trying to think of a dumb question, but something like that. And I'm the type of person, like, I can't really like think on my feet. Like, I need time to process what you're saying to me. But it's like I know the answer, but then it seems like I don't know the answer. Yeah, it was like, just give me 5 minutes to like figure out what it is you're actually asking me and let me think. But you know, you need to be. So I feel like I think for me, like I said, trying to be confident in my work. Like, I think I'm even trying to, I think sometimes we fight so much to be right, instead of just saying what you feel like the answer could be. But sometimes really, like, honestly speaking, like, I don't know what they're asking or what they're saying. And I'm just like, so that's been happening to me quite a bit. So another challenge that I've been having maybe with audit per se, or being in audit, is some of my seniors are my age. So when I say my seniors, I mean like second years are actually my age, or maybe a third year is actually my age. And I think, I don't know if I've told you guys, but I am a bit insecure about where I am at this age, because I imagine that at the age that I'm at, I'd be in a different place. In one of my videos, actually my life update, go watch it. Yeah. So I feel like there was even a point I wanted to lie and like dumb down my age, and was like, girl, really? Like, you're still young. I'm still in my early 20s. So like, calm down. Like, even if someone is the same age as you, or and is in second year, like, so what? They understand life happens. There are people that are 30 and who are only third year trainees now. Yeah, like, so what? You know, like, I just had to tell myself, like, so what? Like, you know. So I feel like that's just been something I'm trying to grapple with. I even find myself saying my age when I don't need to say my age, because I'm so insecure about my age, you know. So I think I've just been coming to terms with, this is just where I'm supposed to be, and here is holy. I think that's just something I've just been I've been doing well with it, not feeling down about it. I feel like at first I was feeling a bit down about it, but now I'm just like, girl, like, you're going to find people from different walks of life, different journeys, different ages, different genders, different experiences, different problems. It's okay. It's normal. Okay, so now, like, the positives. So I think going into it, I think I was blessed, or I'm blessed. It was nice, but it was a lot of pressure. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it was a lot of pressure, like time. I think that's the thing with audit, like, you bill on time. Like, time is your currency, if that makes sense. So the pressure and deadlines, like, my lips were even getting dark. I don't know if you guys can see it now. Yeah, my lips were getting dark. I was stressed. A lot of pressure in terms of time. But yeah, in terms of like how it went, I feel like it went okay. This thing where I struggled to ask for help, even my friend said to me, he was like, I know you have problems with asking for help. I need to not be scared or ashamed. I need to really ask for help, because sometimes I really just don't know where to begin or how to start, and I want to figure things out. But me figuring things out takes like a whole lot of time. Like, it takes me like, for example, a section should take me, let's say, 6 hours. it'll take me 10 hours because I'm trying to figure it out instead of just asking the auditor in charge for help, you know? So that's something I've also been struggling with. I think another struggle that I've also been having is waking up each day, like each and every single day, waking up and going whether to the client or to the office. That's been a huge struggle of mine. I think I wake up pissed every morning and I'm like, why? Yeah, guys, that's just been how audit has been for me. It's been nice in the sense that I'm also communicating, I got to communicate with the CEO, with the CFO of that specific entity. We actually go, just how it is, like, we're even allowed to go to the meetings with the client, which gets us to like, but not really say much, but just like gets us to interact. Like, yes, I forgot to say, asking maybe like the clients, the CEO, I mean the CFO or the financial manager, the client's financial manager, you'll find that they're also like chartered accountants, they qualified chartered accountants. So sometimes when you feel like something wasn't done right, or you have like you're auditing PPE and let's say they didn't recognize PPE correctly, dumb example, sometimes I feel like you second guess yourself because you're like, but she's a CA, like surely she knew what she was doing, or surely that team knew what they were doing. So I feel like also just gaining confidence and this is where I say knowing that I've done the work, so I do know my work, and challenging that. But actually, before even challenging that, obviously speaking to the higher levels in your team before just going for that. So that's also been a bit of a struggle. But yeah, so my advice would just be ask for help. Please, you have done the work, you do belong there, you do know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, ask for help, which is normal. Like, it's normal. Someone even told me that, because I said, I feel like I want to know when I'm going to get to a place where I know what I'm doing. And the guy said to me, he's like, actually, after your 5th or 6th full audit, you'll probably like get to a place where you actually know what you're doing. Audit is really deadline driven. It's a lot of pressure. Time is money. Time is a currency. You bill clients on time, if that makes sense. Audit is definitely like seriously deadline driven, pressure driven. It's a lot, but it's I think I don't know yet, but I feel like I am enjoying it, and I think I'm in that stage where I'm figuring out, is this something I want to do long term? Is this something I just want to do now? Do I want to maybe go into corporate finance at some point? Do I want to go into tax at some point? But I feel like I'm at this point, I'm enjoying it. I feel like an investigator, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I'm seeing, are you doing your work correctly, Mr. Client? Like, it feels like that. So anyway, I hope this video has helped someone. Maybe if someone's thinking of going into audit, and maybe I give you a glimpse, a bit of what audit entails. So if you are going into it, I hope this video has helped you in terms of just this is my first time in audit. So yeah, it's my first time as a trainee, and I'm speaking mainly on my first audit, like finishing a full audit. Yeah, so I just feel like I hope this video has helped you. If you have any questions, please comment down below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching my video. Please don't forget to be authentically real, and please don't forget to check out the verse of the week, and don't forget to follow me on my social media platforms, and don't forget to be authentically real.